Everyone, and welcome to the St. Joseph County Fire Territory Board meeting. I'm Al Kursitz, Chairman of the board, and we will call the meeting to order at 5:01, and we'll take a roll call of our board members. And Wendy Uhas.
Here.
And Robert Krasinski.
Here.
Al Kursitz here. And of course, Jason Critchlow. And is here. So we do have a forum. Ryan Hill is not here at this time, but probably will be joining us in a little bit. First off, I have to have a approval of the agenda for this evening's meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Okay, do I have a second? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any against? The motion approves. Next up is the approval of the minutes from the October 7th, 2025 meeting. They were online and I hope you all looked at them, which I did, and we were just provided a copy. Any questions or corrections on that? I'm hearing none. Can I have a motion to accept the minutes?
A motion to accept.
Okay, so moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Okay, it'll move forward. Next up is public comment. Anybody here for public comment? Any of these nice firefighters? No? Anybody online? Okay, seeing, hearing none, we'll move on to the next issue is new business, and I will turn it over to Chief Downey for that.
The first thing, come on up here, Scott. We're gonna do a small opinion ceremony, just sit down here. We'll do a small opinion ceremony, but this evening, we have the distinct honor of recognizing one of our own for his dedication, leadership, and commitment to service. Tonight, we celebrate the promotion of firefighter Applegate to the rank of captain within the St. Joseph County Fire Territory. Scott Applegate has consistently demonstrated professionalism, integrity, and a deep commitment to the safety of both his fellow firefighters and the community we serve. Throughout his career, he has set a strong example through his work ethic, mentorship, and willingness to step forward when leadership is needed most. In his new role as captain, he will continue to lead by example, guiding his crew, maintaining our department's standards of excellence, and ensuring that our mission of protecting lives and property is carried out with the highest level of dedication. Scott Applegate, your promotion is a reflection of your hard work, experience, and the respect you've earned among your peers and leaders alike. On behalf of the St. Joseph County Fire Territory, we congratulate you and look forward to your continued leadership and contributions to our department. Please join me in congratulating Captain Applegate on a well-deserved promotion.
Shake your hand and congratulate you.
And for those of you who have been around for a little bit, you remember at the start of the year, we had a pinning ceremony for all our firefighters that were with us at that time. Since then, we brought on a few new firefighters, so we want to give them that same opportunity to have their important person in their life to pin their badge on them. So Ricky and Courtney, if you guys want to come up front here. First, do a modified swearing-in ceremony that we would normally do before. So I, Richard Butler, do solemnly swear to defend the Constitution of the state of Indiana, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Faithfully discharge the duties which I am about to enter.
It shall be my responsibility to develop
It shall be my responsibility to develop
and enhance the knowledge
enhancement knowledge,
skills in the best interest
skills in the best interest
of the services provided by this department.
of the services provided by this department.
I shall speak the truth at all times
I shall speak the truth at all times
and will faithfully and impartially
and will faithfully and impartially
discharge my duties regardless of race,
discharge my duties regardless of race,
creed,
creed,
color,
color,
religion,
religion,
sex,
sex,
or national origin of the persons I serve.
or national origin of the person I serve.
I shall act with stability
I shall act with civility
and behave in a manner
and behave in a manner
both on and off duty
both on and off duty
that reflects most favorably upon the department and this community.
that reflects most favorably upon the department and this community.
I accept this oath as an obligation
I accept this oath as an obligation
and do so freely and without reservation.
and do so freely and without reservation.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Who's in your bag?
I like Chloe.
Chloe? You can step there for me for a second. And Samantha? All right, congratulations.
Chief, before we,
Everybody's well.
oh, go ahead. Before we, go forward, can we allow the board to maybe say a few things to each firefighter?
You certainly can.
Yes, before you go. Board members, or anything you'd like to say?
Congratulations. We're glad to have you on board with the South St. Joe County Fire Territory. We look for good things to happen. And, we're glad that you're on board with us and work with us to see those good things happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good, okay. Brian? Okay, being the, chair, no, go ahead, no, being the chairman, I'd like to welcome you to the St. Joe Fire Territory. I'm extremely proud of this department, and I don't have anything to do with it, but I'm absolutely amazed at the professionalism and the way Chief Downey has built a strong, powerful, and well-served department for this community. I'm very proud of it. Welcome to the club. And Captain Applegate, never heard Clint Eastwood fistful of dollars welcome. I thought it would be AC/DC Thunderstruck, but it's a different role now. You got a captain's badge on, and things kind of change, you know, and you got to make different decisions. You're in charge, and we'll be expecting good things, maybe based on the legacy of the family. So congratulations, and congratulations to your family. So with that said,
Thank you.
Chief.
There's a public meetings, you guys are welcome to stay. There's also cake and ice cream out there in the kitchen if everyone would like to take part in some cake and ice cream. So
Yeah.
thank you for coming and supporting me. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought they were here for the meeting.
Yeah. If you'd like to go celebrate, you're more than welcome.
Go ahead, cake. The cake? It's McCree's. McCree's cake brings it out.
Yeah,
Even out here in Warren Township, McCree's cake brings people out.
well, we even have a politician in the audience that welcome.
Right there.
Oh, that's, Paul, I'll catch up with you.
Wonder item X is what
You really do clear a little bit.
Man, I was worried. I thought, man, what controversial thing in Washington to see? I saw that card out there. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, this isn't the, Amazon thing or anything.
It is a really big thing for the firefighters. to feel
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Bounce off of tender back.
Yeah.
So
Everybody should have their moment.
Yeah,
going forward, that's actually our plan. It's on me a little bit through the summer as everything was going, as people were coming on, we're just say, we're swearing them in as they get going. But going forward, we actually have a guy starting to fill out our full-time staff, starts November 19th. We will do a pinning ceremony for him at the December meeting.
Great.
So that way it'll be the same things.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and thanks for allowing us to say a little thing too, so, back to you then. So that goes from the pinning, we're on item B, sale of the utility truck.
So you have the resolution. I don't think I
Yes.
need to read that.
No, this is just, this will be passed simultaneously. This is a Portage Township owned vehicle
Uh-huh,
that, I believe it's still titled to Portage
It
Township.
is.
So that's why we're following the process. We're sort of, I don't know, an abundance of transparency. We're asking both the territory board and the township board to pass a resolution offering, allowing us to sell this vehicle. It's no longer needed. It's 1995. It's pretty old.
okay,
It's worth very little, but it's worth enough that we can't just dump it. We have to do a bidding process. So this resolution is just declaring what that process is. And I think the details are in there that we're gonna ask for sealed bids, I think by the end of the month.
But 26, I think they're due.
Yeah, and I think, Ryan, for your sake, the idea was, the territory board will consider this resolution tonight, then the Portage Township Board will consider it at our board meeting, and then we can accept bids. And then we can open those bids at the next territory. So that's the timeline of everything for the utility.
so are we voting for approval of this resolution?
Yeah, I think we'd like it to be approved, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, up is the approval of resolution 2025.
No, I think we need a number on it.
Or,
Sammy,
yeah,
work
could it
on
be
that.
one?
Is this our first resolution?
Third.
Wow. Okay,
And
resolution.
should we put the date of the month, like, what is it, 11 dash?
No, it'd be
dash
one,
2020.
it'd be our first resolution.
First one, okay, we're not going with
So
that.
01/2025.
Look at him giggling.
We do it the correct way. No, I don't know, we just do it our way.
So, okay, so it will be resolution 1-2025, okay? So, do I have a motion?
But there's no questions, I
Or-
would motion for approval.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve resolution 1-25. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All against? Okay, resolution 1-2025 goes forward unanimously. Next up, chief, is ambulance.
Our ambulance service is actually still going, very well. Minor pickup today, but for this past weekend, we realized with the colder weather, the heat, and the fact that the guitar was working.
Oh,
A bit of an issue, but, we were able to work it out, get it fixed. But other than that, I included, I believe in everyone's packet, a copy from ESMC, who does our ambulance billing. And that continues to see money coming in, still on upward swing, which is good. And, so I think that we're getting feedback from them and looking at any little wrinkles here and there, but so far things are going well, Medicaid and everything, that's starting to pay their bills will come in, so.
good. Nobody complaining to get off the ammo yet?
No.
Because they're burned out?
I think,
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, but you're right, it's a fair thing, and it's always a concern of ours.
Yeah.
I think, generally speaking, the folks that we have on there, are ones that we've poached from other departments that still enjoy it, but enjoy it the way we're running it now more.
Good.
And, they're enjoying it. And
Good.
we have 3 people that are through the paramedic lead county process right now, going through that, so that'll be a plus for us.
What,
They need to have the paramedic certification to be staffing it, or?
No, we're basically staffing.
So are you, just out of curiosity, is that kind of rotating, or is it dedicated to certain people who are staffing the ambulance?
Generally speaking, it's the same people, but anybody is able and does rotate in to do it if there's vacation or if they need to cover someone who's off, but the people that are riding it day to day is generally speaking the same group of people that want to ride it every day.
Okay, so if they needed a break, that's not a problem.
Yes. Yeah, our commitment to them is if you need a break and for whatever reason, we give you that break. One of the significant things that we've accomplished in the last few weeks with that You remember talking about our DEA licensure, we've now successfully obtained that. And, which is really good, put that in comparison. We did it in 6 months, what some of the departments have taken 18 months to do, and some are still, waiting to try to get their licensure completed. So we have ours, we're just waiting on the order form that has to come from the DEA for us to then order the drugs and begin stocking those ourselves. So
Okay,
we
that's good.
expect that for any time.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
The other thing, in daily operations, do you usually have a lead medic within the department available to chase car in or on the ambo?
Yeah, if they're on the engine or on the ammo, right now, we're both working on the ammo, but
Yeah,
yeah, we do keep that. And right now, South Bend is still responding until we get the drugs from the rig.
oh,
Because they aren't responding with that lead medic, then yes, we'll have the lead medic to beat those requirements.
okay.
How many people will we have then, Steve? On that qualification?
We have, they have a lead medic?
Does everybody on the ambulance need to have that or just
No,
just one
there's
lead?
one person on the scene. Correct. And only for certain type of calls, they have to have that on the scene.
And right now, it's South Bend.
South Bend contractually provides that right now. Yeah,
Good, congratulations.
thank you.
Doing a good job. Okay, next up, D.
Yeah, my only update here is, trustee Krasinski and I, we had a really great lunch, with the Olive Township trustee. And we just, I think it was really just sort of a understand where everybody was at and share information. He had a lot of questions about the fire department and the territory and how we did things, and he shared how he did things, and so we basically related to him that, you know, we'd love to be able to have the opportunity to have a broader conversation, you know, with their territory or with their elected officials at some point, and so we kind of left it in his hands to, he asked us to just sort of, he said he would start working on those conversations on his end, and then he would follow up with us, so it was productive, and it's just kind of establishing that relationship, and let's see what comes out of it. I don't know if you had other notes.
I agree, you know, we got to hear where, you know, where Mr. Miller is coming from. And, you know, in regards to not his own opinion, but the township itself and the town of Carlisle. And, yeah, it was very positive, much, you know,
He's a very thoughtful guy, very,
cautious, you know.
Yeah.
Slow moving, you know, doesn't want to do anything that is slow moving pace, you know. So, you know,
he did warn us about that.
Yeah.
But,
Okay,
yeah, that's all I
well,
got.
that's good. Yeah, that's what it is. Keep the conversation open and that, bringing everybody to the table. Hopefully we'll get there. Okay, we'll move on to old business. Anything on old business that needs to be, any questions from the board members? Okay, item 8, provider unit report.
Yeah, all I have is your usual budget report here and nothing terribly notable except, to say these numbers will be evened out sometime in December. Portage Township will, look to do an additional appropriation, to make these numbers not negative anymore. As you recall, a lot of this was startup costs that we had to basically blow the budget right away, because we, weren't budgeted for these startup items. But as far as cash goes, it's cash that we got from Center Township.
Okay.
From the separation there, along with from Warren Township and their reserves, so this does not reflect actual cash or money, it's just the numbers on the paper that need to be reconciled, so, which we will do, likely in December.
do we have a debt drop it off?
Territory doesn't have any debt. Yeah,
40 for about 40.
Portage has debt, the township does, yes, but no, that's not dropping much. Yeah, not for a couple of years. Yeah, we have short-term debt, short-term bonds.
Yeah.
That'll be dropping off in the next couple of years, yeah.
You're going after another bond?
No,
No.
no, we got a lot of, that's the unfortunate, we have a lot of capital money sitting around, it's just the operations is what's being cut by the state government, so I like to laugh, like it's sort of a cool joke that I tell Ryan all the time, that we could go build a $3 million building, but we can't increase our assistance or buy more food pantry, because the state doesn't allow us to use those funds.
Oh.
Yeah. We're not, by the way, buying a building. Not yet, yeah.
I thought we did need to do a bond note for the next,
If we were to purchase and renovate something or renovate the building we're in a very large scale manner, then yes, we would need a bond at some point. We're just not in the pursuit of one now. And we wouldn't until the other ones rolled off. We
we
wouldn't.
get something less than, because I thought we talked about that at the last meeting, we had to do something for the fire territory.
But
For a bond.
cash flow,
We do have to discuss lit, the income tax that Warren Township, and actually we can chat about that now. So when the territory was created, that will lead to an increase in lit money for Warren Township and Portage Township. The difference will have to be signed over to the territory, and so that's what we're trying to get the auditor's office to just do that for us, and instead Portage Township and Warren Township every month, starting next year in January, are going to have to cut checks directly to the territory. We'll be able to just transfer money from one fund to another, but we'll have to talk to Steve Dalton or whoever on calculating what that difference is. And then set up some kind of system where Warren Township pays the territory every month, that lit difference. But no, there's no bond, it's just that income. Have you guys talked about that at all? Just need to figure out the difference.
Okay.
So yeah, otherwise, those are, happy to answer any questions, but
No doubt I'll probably have some. At that time.
well, we can figure them out early. I mean, it's part of the budget for 2026.
yeah, the numbers are good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just they were based on anticipated numbers, so we will need either Dalton or the auditor to come and tell us what the exact number is.
Okay,
That's it.
anything else? Thank you, Jason. Next up, item 9, the fire chief's report.
Just our regular run report, that you can see there, we're still averaging just over 100 runs a month. Did about 20 runs, one of our territory to assistance to other people. The big winner this month on clay, usually that's still the older runs we make into much such as German Township. Fortunately, we come to the play.
Mhm.
And then you call out for certain.
You guys are first into that area pretty much, aren't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, we're auto dispatch at the same time that engine 23 is dispatched.
Mhm.
We're obviously a lot closer. I don't think engine 23 normally makes the state.
Because our office doesn't get notified, of pending airplane crashes. Do you guys cover?
Yeah,
Were you guys on that dispatch? Yes. Yeah.
I texted him and I was like, what the hell is this?
I didn't know. We didn't know even though.
He said, no, it's fine, the plane landed okay.
Yeah. We would find out on the news, but
Cracked windshield in our windscreen, as they call it, or whatever, on those CRJ planes coming in.
oh yeah,
3 people on board.
Oof.
And so that'd be a little scary for the pilot, outside that cracked windshield, but
that's what it was.
yeah.
I think every engine on this side of the county was
Yeah.
to the airport at the same time.
That's-
Like,
That's my daughter is a captain for SkyWest.
Yeah.
That's what she flies
wasn't the
there.
guy was playing?
Yeah, it could be labeled like a United or a Delta
Delta.
painted like that, but it's
Ah,
SkyWest owned
I
and
see.
operated over there. Yeah, so it was a cracked windshield, oh mercy.
That's what the description.
Okay, yeah.
That's, I'm not
What
sure.
do we respond with from,
Actually, that was with the engine station.
Okay, okay. That's it, not the AMBO or anything else, no? Okay.
One of the things, I mean, it just get a little bit off, but I've mentioned this before, is that there are a lot of engines that they respond there
Mhm.
proportionally. If I was in Chief Ornette's spot, I'd probably have more medics responding, because
Yeah.
if there's a fire on the plane, they have all the capability they need to put that out. When they needed to transport people, they usually only have, I think it's 2 medics that go on that dispatch. Yeah, that's really gonna be under what you need, but that's his call, his responsibility. So,
Were you at the airport,
yeah,
that thing?
that active shooter one,
No, not, yeah, that scenario that
yeah.
in Australia. I'll be honest, we tried to lead them that way with some of our, that they don't want to do a fixed base,
Yeah.
like command post there. I just can't understand that because, yeah, your operational level will be out there in the field, but you need something in-house.
Even
Right there.
that person, I said, as a subject matter expert of the lay of their land in that.
Yeah. With everybody that's gonna pound in, it's, well, maybe we'll get them there, so.
I
Okay,
did on a positive note, I'm coming off the bypass, last night, or was it this morning, I saw working on your warning siren there at the corner in front of Bellevue.
see, we got it, man. We
You're on it.
got it. It
You're
is,
on it.
we're,
I
I
almost took
will,
a picture of it, but I was driving and I couldn't get the picture as I was driving by it with them working on it, so.
Is that the one I told you about?
you know what, Bobby, there's somebody,
Yeah.
we tried to get,
You need to go out there?
yes, Bobby, I'm dealing with 67 sirens and 8 new ones on the 2 separate funding mechanisms, and we find out, and then we
You got an
were,
assistant?
Have you met him?
I feel like I'm light duty in the front office. No, it's like 70,
Yeah, wake him up
67
at the house.
projects, yeah, it's
It's been,
just,
what, 4 years, 5 years?
no, come on, man.
Hey, logistic wise, how do you, when that call comes, I'm just curious, do you log in and see a report somewhere? Or did you have to ask the responding guys what was going on?
You could see it on the NDT, the notes that they have on it, what they're showing.
Oh, I see, okay.
But on the one report just pulled up that, you still see that our response times and everything are very good for what we're doing. We're still, performing very well there.
Did we have a structure fire out here in the last month or something like that?
We did,
Yeah.
came in as one actually,
Uh-huh.
Chief Kohler's, widow's house.
Oh, Deb?
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, mercy.
it wasn't one.
Okay, good.
Put out by our VC, who got on seat first.
Oh, very good. Okay, is that it for runs?
That's it for us.
Any questions, board members? No? Training report.
You can see our monthly training report, we still logged almost 900 hours of training in the month of October. Main topics, go the hose movement, Amazon EV vehicles. We did salt triage, that's a big switch from our hospital, direction that gets me
Really?
certified on salt and just triage in general. I mean, EMA may be involved in that a little bit too, but
What agency?
EMA.
Oh, EMA was involved in that, okay.
You were there?
At the forefront of, medical care here. Okay. And we still have a few extra bags and we still have some,
Did you get a request for one?
pardon?
Did you get a request for one? You got a request for us for one additional bag we need.
No, I could have got lost in the chain of command, but my secretary sometimes,
Maybe remind us, we're still looking.
which we don't have. But no, if you need another one, we do it. And we still have some of the decompression needles because initially they were lost. They were sent to a long pay and then they reappear. So we actually have double the decompression needles. So we have extra ones and
Okay.
if we can get you some more and whatever you need, like, cause they're no use in our closet. We have a few extra bags. We'll get you one. So that's good. Very good. You know what? I saw on social media a post about, training out here on a Sunday or whatever, so that's good.
Our guys regular training pretty, they do most every morning. They do
Good.
some aspect of training.
Well, it's a culture. You gotta start it right early and then, yeah. Okay.
So on there, it's not listed out there, but we did also need to show a copy of it. We are back on doing our inspections regularly as they come due. So we've had 5 of them this past month, or we didn't do a summary in October. So I included September's and October's inspection reports, and then we are doing those inspections of the businesses on a regular basis. And
Okay,
most people pass, sometimes there's a few minor infractions that we remind them of things that they need to do, and most of our businesses are very cooperative with adjustments.
good. I have to ask on the Amazon EV vehicles, is that, EV vehicles owned by
Their
Amazon?
delivery vehicles.
Oh, okay, yeah, where was that? What'd they teach
We did
you?
it in-house.
Oh, you did it in-house, okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
think somebody, maybe you talk about that at all, or you remember what Dan developed there, or no? Maybe not. Well, Dan did some research on it and developed a program in-house to teach our guys a little bit more about the EV vehicles that are going to have some.
Okay, cause we're still supposed to be getting some training
Supposed to.
from the big guys, yeah, with all that other stuff going on, okay.
Yeah, the whole EV vehicle and how you fight the fires in those, is a it's a learning process right now.
Yeah, it's scary.
No one really has defined what the absolute best, and even after you think the fire is out and the vehicle is being towed away, it may still explode and catch on fire. And it's a real unknown, and the good side of it, there's not enough of them to have a lot of documented cases of what has worked. I know the university is still battling with them, with people with EV scooters and everything. They want to keep them in their dorms and
No, they can't.
catch on fire. They can't have it anymore at all.
Yeah,
So it's a problem.
certainly is. We'll figure it out. Okay, that's it for training then, chief? And
That's it
then,
for training and inspections. Our facility report there is our Station 18, the roof is finally done, that they've been had to rip off and put back on. They finally completed that. They're doing the landscaping this week. Probably none of it will grow because it's already cold.
Mhm.
If so, that's fine. They'll fix it in the spring, but they should be done with the landscaping this week as well too. And that building will finally be done from a construction draw out process, and now it's just fixing things to break.
Yeah.
So,
congratulations.
yeah, so that's good.
Okay, next up is other reports, union representative.
Yes, Martin Van Wright, 4927 Vice President. President Bishop couldn't be here tonight due to conflict, so, some recent union activities we've done. In fact, last night, he and I were in Valparaiso and for the first of meeting, getting updates as to what the legislative priorities for the PFFUI, professional firefighter community, and are going to be for the next legislative session. Well, a lot of changes on the horizon, obviously with Senate Roll Act 1. They are on the state level doing all they can to help try and minimize that impact, yet realizing that a lot of federal fault in the government, when it comes to 2027, 2028, for local governments to decide on the fire that, and they'll get the county councils for departments like ours to make those decisions. In the city, obviously, the city council with the Charlotte, South End. But as far as union goes, with the fire territory, President Bishop and myself have been having ongoing labor management discussions with fire administration, Chief Downey and Chief Willis, on aspects that they can get approved on with the memorandums of understanding. We're also discussing the 2026 fiscal package for the firefighters, which we have not completed yet. We know that the territory is waiting for the maximum levy growth portion approval from the DLGF. And I don't know if you guys have got that yet, or.
Well, or during budget process, it's 4.
I think you're budgeting for that, but is there still a formal approval last time?
We have not gotten our budget approval yet.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a slow walk on any kind of agreement we come up with, the administration in terms of any change in wages for next year for the wage package. We're waiting to make sure that that gets approved by DLGF. Other than that, that's what I'll have to report.
Any other changes they were talking about, legislative priorities?
Oh,
Is it just boring stuff or what's
no,
that?
it's good stuff.
Major, anything major?
Just a lot of stuff. Yeah,
The short session.
got a lot of stuff we're working on.
No, I'll grab you afterwards.
Yeah. What would be most impactful, probably if that happened, and surprisingly, Senator Rogers of the Ranger is a sponsor, but they're working with her on a enhancement of, retirement benefits, for the 77 fund. So, I don't know if it was the impetus of the fire at her property last year or what. Causing a great blow. They're trying to get the 77 fund increased for a maximum percentage of 83% versus the current, which is 76%. If you put a full 32 years in, you get 76%.
Up to 76, I thought it was 74.
They're working on the 83%. However, with that comes additional cost.
Yeah.
Currently, the territory for next year is paying 23.3% of the firefighters' pension costs, where the firefighters are paying about 6.5%. What's proposed would actually cost the territory 26.3 if that got passed in the legislature. So it would cost the firefighters about 8.5%. But that's just strictly being proposed.
The total is 23, but we removed 6 from, it's a total of 23. So the territory technically is out of pocket 17.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're not paying, so that 23 is the total.
We're paying 17, the firefighters are paying 6, we just take it out of your checks,
Okay,
and it's one check that goes.
that's good. I didn't understand.
Because, yeah, like, you're gonna get one heart attack here. Chief's favorite thing to do.
They're also working with them to, increase the death benefit. From the state, per death benefits, 12 hours, one-time death benefit, they call it, they actually call it a burial benefit. Because always if it benefit anybody with that kind of money, trying to make that increase from 12 to $15,000. Because it is a taxed benefit, the widow only receives roughly $9,000 if they get a 12 benefit. So they're going to burial benefit, so they're gonna get it approved to like $15,000. And they're also trying to change the wording, which is probably a good idea. So right now, the way that the current SCA one worded, township fire departments are eligible for fire distribution upon making requests to units of government like county councils. And governments may grant that to fire territories. They're trying to change that word to shall.
Yeah.
So that should be a big change.
It's good.
Yeah. They don't want us to give too much of it out yet, they're still working by the legislature, but those are the big things there.
I could have shared this during our provider report, but I will get a summary email out to the firefighters on our liability insurance changes. It's to the firefighters' benefit that the benefits have increased, essentially. I think the cancer benefit increased from 25,000 to 30,000, so that's it. I think I talked about it before, but for your sake, if a firefighter were to get cancer, you don't have to prove causality. You just get a check for $30,000.
Okay.
That's it, that's just a diagnosis.
Correct, just a diagnosis. That's right.
It's just if you.
If you are diagnosed
you're-
with
you're
cancer.
figuring out cancer, and you're starting to figure that you get a check for that.
Just that's it. You don't have to prove anything. And then I think our death benefit did go up. So will get a summary email out. I should have done that. And I haven't even signed the paperwork yet, but that's what, the chief appreciated the hours he spent at our office with the insurance folks, and we got that all hammered out. So I'll get an email out to the firefighters about it.
That's pretty much all I have on the union side of things.
On that 17% that the territory pays into the pension fund compared with other.
Anybody who's in the 77 fund,
It's fixed rate.
that's what everybody does.
Throughout the whole county?
If they're in the 77 fund, yeah.
Yours is, the 77 fund at the state is the same, no matter what size your employer is, whether you have 2 employees or 10,000 employees.
That's partly why it's hard for those small townships to have their firefighters in that fund, because you gotta cut a check for 17% off.
Possible. In comparison,
What they do.
in comparison, no, in comparison, what some people get confused by is they also have like just a regular perf for civilian purpose sometimes. That's I believe 11%, so it's almost 8% more that you're paying. You go to the 77 fund, and that's what causes some of the smaller entities for a long time how can they increase their personnel expense 8%?
Just like that.
Just, yeah, without something. So that's,
Without doing something with it, yeah,
yeah.
100%.
which some are doing.
Oh, yeah, there are,
A few are doing something,
there's several that are
trying to keep up.
yeah, they're trying to
Yes.
keep up and they see that and some of them, when they hit that other, realize it's an 8% jump, it's like, well, that's a lot, so.
Most of our employees are like on 77 fund, there's a handful of civilians. And they're right, when we gathered, there's first thing we had another meeting before that. Even though the government cannot pay more if they choose to, there are some departments that.
That's right.
The employer doesn't pay the full amount or any amount, they agree to, whatever the school might be.
That's right.
I think the one proposal I heard, to remember, but New Carolina was proposing that's branding for their personnel beginning January.
Pick up their 6%.
Yeah, that's what, even now, they don't pay their 3% on the civilian side, if I'm not mistaken, that's part of, to not do in lieu of a pay increase one year, they absorbed the 3% that you had to pay as a civilian, and they are in the civilian fund, and they just started paying the full amount for their employees, and their employees paid 0% into it. And,
Which is essentially like a 3% raise.
it was essentially like a 3% raise, since that's being retained as a percent, so, they opted to do that, and I think their hope is when they would go forward to the 77 fund down the road, to maybe do that same thing, but I don't think.
Is that something that's negotiated here with the 77 plan? You know, you said, Mark, you said it somewhere, you know, on the civilian.
So the way the state statute is written is the max that you can pass on to your employees is 6%. So you could always pass on less. So to your point, you could negotiate for a less amount all the way down to 0. But by the same token, you can't pass on 10% of that amount to your employees. You're not allowed to by state statute. So the state says you can only pass on 6% up to 6%. So you could have,
So it's their choice and it's the employee choice what they want to do.
if they wanted less than that, correct? And that's, you know, it's depending on how you slice and dice the dollars different ways. There are some other departments around the state that have done that in lieu of a pay increase. They said, well, let's take your employee contribution from 6 to 5% or even 5.5%. And that gives more net income into the employees because they're not paying that deduction out for their pension. But how they account for it for them internally, that's a better scenario versus giving a 3% raise or 2%, let's say, because now that affects overtime rates and everything else. So one way to give something as an increase would be to pay more of that 6%. Like offset that going to the employee.
Well, and Mark, as Mark knows, you know, the FOP, the county police fund, about it. The older ones were looking at that pension, the younger ones wanted that money in their paycheck, you know, so it was a battle between them two. And then they come to us, you know.
We do look at, well, you can hear the
And the challenge is, as even, Mark pointed out, the rate right now is 20%. Correct, for this year, it's going to 23% next year.
Yeah, 23.
So going up 3%, we can't control, that's controlled by the state. And if some of what the PFFU or other people pass, that amount could go up to 25% or even more. It continues to go up, and you as an employer, you're just, here's what you have. But then you have a funded pension versus some that don't do that.
In Illinois, for example, they're underfunded their pensions, like there's billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and Indiana's one of those, they're just solvent, fortunately.
Yeah.
In the country.
In the country,
Yeah.
In the country.
Michigan's had some problems with theirs, Ohio has, Illinois.
I know when the county police negotiated, we got them to change, investor, you know, it's worked out well.
And it's,
It's real well.
it's, well,
Okay, any other questions?
oh, I have.
Yeah. Okay, next up, item 11, other discussion items. I'll just let you know that, EMA successfully put in a $30,000 grant to IDHS for a super hazmat course, the hazmat tech, the hazmat tech and the thing. And I think it was a very well done application. We're in competition with everybody, including our good friends from a neighboring county who are piecemealing that 30 grand and throwing at the private industry here and there. But ours was the theme of regional hazmat cooperation and all the new risks we have out here, especially, you know, where, and within the whole transportation network. And it was about, building up and basically putting a skin in the game on some things we talked about if money comes down for, decontamination units and stuff, and get it going and make it more like a MABUS TRT team and more like a MABUS, hazmat response team.
We have submitted for a grant on the hazmat side for the trailer as well too.
Good, good. Well, hopefully they'll get the thing, and ours was well put together. Ours was good. I had a comment already from downstate. Whether we get it or not, I don't know, you know, because we got that one a couple of years ago awarded, but I would think they would hold that against us because
The one, right? Just the one.
pardon?
Just the one you're fighting, but everybody's about the whole state board.
They have a chunk of cash, they limit it at 30 grand, but they don't have enough to fund everybody and but there is an established hazmat team and it's just beyond financial means to get one up and running anymore. Elkhart's got 2 men in a truck, basically. But, regionally, what we've got and what we've got in this county and what this department has built and the other departments. And, if money drops down, which I'm hoping it does from some entities, but this is good seed money for training, firefighters to the hazmat tech level. And make our department here more professional and the rest of the county departments more professional.
Kobe's partner is still there
Which one?
in Elkhart,
Josh or,
in Elkhart, the head of EMA in Elkhart.
yeah, that's Jen Toby, yeah. Her deputy director left, and went up to Michigan and she's got some new guy over there, but, yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I just wanted to let you know that, and, anything else?
Assistant, I should have said Julie.
Yeah, we're still waiting to have a meeting with her after 3 years. That's interesting. Anything else? No? Can I have a motion for adjournment?
No, sure,